2340, North Atlantic, April 14th, 1912. Something enormous, silent, moving toward them. He grabbed the phone. 3 rings. Iceberg, right ahead. But this story did not begin at 2340. It began 4 days earlier, April 10th, 1912, Southampton, England. The largest ship ever built was preparing to leave. RMS Titanic, 269 meters long, 46,000 tons. She was called unsinkable, not by the engineers, by the newspapers. But people believed it. On board, 2,224 people. Millionaires in first-class suites, families in third class with everything they owned. A ship of extremes. The richest passengers paid the equivalent of $100,000 today for a single ticket. The poorest paid everything they had for a chance at a new life in America. Captain Edward Smith commanded the ship. 65 years old, about to retire. The grandest ending to a legendary career. April 10th. Before departure, the lookout binoculars were missing. Not lost, locked in a cabinet. The officer with the key had been reassigned at the last moment. No replacement was found, so Frederick Fleet would spend the entire voyage watching the sea with only his eyes. April 14th, 6 ice warnings arrived. 6 separate messages from other ships ahead, all saying the same thing. Ice, icebergs, dangerous conditions. 4 of the 6 warnings never reached the bridge. The 2 that did were acknowledged and set aside. That evening, Titanic was traveling at 22 knots. Captain Smith did not reduce speed. The owners wanted a record-breaking crossing, and the sea was perfectly calm. Too calm, as it turned out. There was another problem no passenger knew about. Titanic carried 20 lifeboats, enough for 1,178 people. There were 2,224 on board. And finally, the night itself, there were no waves. On a normal night, waves break against the base of icebergs, making them visible from a distance. That night, the ocean was glass. No waves, no warning, no reflection. An iceberg could be invisible until you were almost on top of it. 2339, Frederick Fleet saw something darker than the dark. He blinked, he stared. It was a mountain of ice. 3 rings. Iceberg, right ahead. The officer ordered an immediate turn. The engines were reversed. 37 seconds. That was all the time they had. The iceberg scraped along the starboard side. To passengers in their cabins, it felt like nothing. A gentle vibration, a distant sound. Some thought the ship had simply stopped. Some opened their portholes to watch. Some went back to sleep. They did not know that below the waterline, the hull had been breached in 5 separate compartments. The ship could survive 4 flooded compartments. There were 5. Captain Smith was woken immediately. He walked to the bridge. He looked at the sea. He gave no visible reaction. The ship's architect, Thomas Andrews, inspected the damage. He returned with his calculations. He told the captain the ship would sink in approximately 2 hours. Smith nodded. He said nothing. 025, the first distress call was sent. CQD, CQD, SOS. The order was given, women and children first. But passengers didn't want to leave. The Titanic was warm. It was lit. It felt safe. The lifeboats were small. The sea was dark. The night was freezing. Lifeboat number 7 was the first to launch. It could hold 65 people. It left with 27. The band began to play. Musicians gathered on the deck and played to keep the passengers calm. They played for hours. None of them survived. By 1:15, the bow was fully submerged. Those on the deck could feel the angle. The chandeliers in the first-class dining room were swinging. Water was flooding the corridors. The people in third class had been locked below for most of the evacuation. 2:17. The last wireless message was sent. 2 minutes later, the lights went out. At 2:20, April 15th, 1912, RMS Titanic broke in two and sank. It took 2 hours and 40 minutes from the moment of impact. 1,517 people died, most from hypothermia in water that was -2 degrees Celsius. The lifeboats were close enough to hear the screams. Most did not go back. At 4:10, RMS Carpathia arrived. 706 survivors were pulled from the water. They had been floating for nearly 2 hours. Some clutched photographs, some said nothing. Some never stopped shaking. The world could not believe it. The unsinkable ship had sunk on its first voyage. Within a year, international maritime law was completely rewritten. Every ship required lifeboats for all passengers. Radio operators required to monitor distress frequencies 24 hours a day. The International Ice Patrol was created, still operating today. All of this because of one night, one decision, and one iceberg. The wreck of the Titanic was found in 1985, 3,800 meters below the surface of the Atlantic. Still there, slowly dissolving, still carrying the names of 1,517 people who never made it to the lifeboats. History is not just dates, it is moments, and this was one of them.